Hey, listen, I was just thinking about this. We all guilty of something, you know, literally, facts. But I want to say this to you, a lot of us is guilty for giving too much love, you know. And it's time to realize that because you've given so much love to somebody or someone or to some people that, you know, you really ain't allow, or I really didn't allow you neither, me nor you. We didn't allow God to do his job. What did we allow Jesus to do? We ain't allowed him to do no work in their life or really put no love in their life because, we did all that. So, now it's time for us to, move on and, from being that faithful servant because, we've been that. Now it's time for God to allow them to lead themselves in their life and depend on him and not depend on the love of that we gave. We still get that love. We still get that love. We still get that love. But we just don't overly do it. You know what I mean? Like we don't overly do it like we have done. Because, it's our fault. That's why I say I'm guilty because I myself have made some individuals handicapped because of how I pacified their needs, but it wasn't me doing it. It was the God in me and his way that I had to do it to allow me to learn and come to understand the mystery of him and his works in my life and the level that he's brought me to. So this is why I've done this. And this is why I keep doing this. But I've learned the difference. See, it's a difference. I am different than you and you're different than me, but we make the difference. So if I can make a difference in your life, my life, or someone else's life, then I will remain being faithful to serving that until he tells me to move on so he can allow you or them as well as me to be led in another direction, which is the righteous ways of him. So let God work in your life. You'll be amazed. You already think it's a mystery. Plant that seed. It'll grow.